Subs, not tubs.
Guys, I think we are live. Does this still say Dead by Daylight?
The weirdest game
Mama
of Dead by
Cryptid?
Daylight I've ever seen.
Yeah. Hopefully it doesn't say that because I pushed it earlier, but maybe it overrode it. Hopefully not. Plinko horse. Ah! Okay.
Are we playing Plinko?
Let's go DBD. Yeah, it says DBD right now. Let me see if I can change that real quick. Maybe I can't while it's streaming. I don't know. But I'll check.
I don't know if it were. You can in stream. I know how to do it through stream. You have to go to the stream manager, I think.
Yeah, and I'm wondering if I could do it because it says it here. Watch case. Okay, so I think when
it does still say Dead by Daylight.
When I did that stream earlier, sorry about this, guys. Then it must have overrode my scheduled. It must have overrode my video producer. It's stream manager, right? You said. Boom! There it is. All right. Edit stream info. There we go. Watch case. Oh no, it doesn't. Oh, the category is Dead by Daylight.
Mm-hmm.
That's all. The actual title and everything is still the same, but it didn't change the thing. So there we go. That should actually take care of that, and we're good.
Hooray!
Okay. Yeah. No worries. Thank you for pointing that out. I appreciate that. Mama Cryptid, welcome everybody. We're gonna get this thing going. So you might notice that we're missing somebody tonight. We'll get to that here in a little bit. So
it's me. I'm not here right now. Please leave a message after the tone.
Matt's gone.
Beep.
All right. Welcome to the Lovecraft Tapes podcast. This is Case 13, Iris. I am Jeremy, your keeper of arcane lore, and we play Chaosium's Call of Cthulhu, a role-playing game filled with cosmic horror, existential dread, and something in the wind that whispers, Mary had a little lamb, little lamb, little lamb, over and over whenever you enter the woods at sunset. Your investigators of the unknown are Gabe as Roy.
It's sure nice to not be out plowing snow right now.
Matt as Rocky.
No, you're right. The Matt Void is much preferable to the coldness of the real world right now. The Matt Void is always a comfy, cozy 68.8 degrees.
And Brian as Pippa. Cricket. Insert cricket sound here. So Brian will not be.
Post.
Yes. Welcome back, Matt and Gabe. Gabe and Matt.
Gabe and Matt.
How are you guys doing tonight? You keeping warm during this snowstorm baloney?
I'm not.
Oh,
just
yeah.
Being cold.
Just being super cold. Do you guys have to get out and shovel crap?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I have a snowblower, so it's a little easier, but it's still annoying.
Well, I just wondered, in your household, are you the one that has to do it?
Yes. Yes, I am.
Yeah, I know the feeling, and unfortunately, Brian is in a similar situation tonight. He's out plowing. He may or may not be joining us later. I would suspect not, because he's got quite the task in front of him. We got well over a foot here in Southwest Michigan, and I have to get out in the morning and take care of that some way, shape, or form. I don't think my battery-powered snow thrower is gonna be up to the task, but we'll see. I'll report back on that. I'll look on Discord and I'll update you in whether or not I died.
I do it hand by hand.
Exactly. All right,
for those of you who aren't on American units, the Matt Void is a constant 20.4 degrees Celsius.
20.4. So comfy. So comfy. Mm-hmm. All right, listeners, if you'd like to provide some feedback or praise or just say hi, drop us a letter from beyond on our website at lovecrafttapes.com. Unfortunately, there are no letters for tonight, so we'll move along. And we'll keep an eyeball out on Twitter as well. If you have anything to ask us, just let us know. Also, a gentle reminder that if you would like to chat with us in real time, join our Discord server at discord.lovecrafttapes.com today, and perhaps we'll lend you the silver key which opens the gate behind which is another silver key that opens another gate, behind which is another silver key that hopefully opens this old steamer trunk that I bought on eBay because it came with no key and now Matt's locked inside because we played hide and seek after having too many beers. Poor
There's no
Matt.
such thing as too many beers.
Too many beers? Well, two. Too many
That's
beers.
true.
Yes. All right. This show is brought to you in part by our generous, and I do mean generous, fans and supporters on patreon.com/Lovecraft Tapes. If you'd like to be one of those folks, hit us up there and give us all your hard-earned cash. But right now, we're going to say thanks to those folks because it is the first of the month, and I have a fresh list of folks to thank. So thank you very much to Jordy Rose, Barry Robeson, Atulia, wow, moving up the list there, Brittany Davis, Elizabeth Grieve, Chris Parker, Brownie Davis, Yasmin Amber, Kyle Sherman, Jefferson Bell, Huge Pie, Eric Zane, Oldo Polkert, Mitch L., Lobster Johnson, David Winterman, Frank Delventhal, Amanda Power, Daniel Hissey, Eric Phillips, Malambra 57, Snow, Wouter Vermeyen, Daniel Caprone, John Imre, Dom Driver, John May. I understand John really likes that juxtaposition between the two. Bastard King, Phil Dickinson, Christopher Woods, Robert Jamison, Mal, Boston Harbor Horror, Eric Setterberg, Ripley Iwan, Just Mal, Davinia Von Zarevich, Yog, Flix Capacitator, Liz Moonberry, Stephen Gregory, John Scarcella, The Frilled Shark, Sheldon Warner, Chainsaw Unicorn, A.E. Jonesy, Captain Vashton, Peter VDB, Marty Dixon, Andrew Petty, James Brown, Gregory Schmucker, Ineptus Astartes, Shane Stoley, Ruined Ashes, Rolling Boxcars, Matthew, Manic Bee Media, Bifford, Ba Tran, Horst Draper, Kevin C., Alexandra Kroska, Holden Omans, Casper Ryback, AJ Ake, Phil Campbell, Justin Levesque, Nicholas Hutto, Prophet of Woe, Syke Sin, John Konopasek, Mick Cope, Kevin G., Jehovah's Thickness, Tomas, Phoenix Black, Puddle Time, Benjamin Webb King, and Seriton Wizard of Isinglass. Thank you, thank you, thank you. All that delicious money in our pockets and spread out on the bed. We roll around in it until we get all the germs.
Gabe likes to bathe in the loose change that shows up randomly in the couch cushions.
Who
Gets
doesn't?
stuck.
All those pennies stick to your nipples. It's the worst thing. There are worse things, I will say.
I like
Two
pennies
pennies
and
stuck to your
honey.
nipples.
All right, before we begin, we need to take a quick commercial break. Let's roll some Sweet D, guys. Let's see what happens. I'm a 31. Gabe's a 92. Matt is a 39. So, Gabe, you're selling to me, baby.
All right.
Let's do this up.
Hey, you.
How'd you know I'm a you?
You know, I'm
Most
pretty
people
good
think
at
I'm
this
a
kind of thing.
goat.
I'm pretty good at this kind of thing.
Must be the beard.
Are you tired of having to be the one in your household who shovels your snow?
Snow is the worst. I have a cousin, though. He's a mountain goat, and he likes to go up and down the mountains, snow or no snow.
Well, that guy's stupid.
I'll
Not
say
like you.
he's a dumb kid, is like what I like to say. Dumb
Yeah,
kid.
you're a smart consumer, I can tell that.
I am, yes. I keep all of my money in my fur. It's tucked in there in all the loops.
Well, what if I were to say that with my new invention, you'll never have to shovel your snow again?
I like the sound of that, although I don't do much shoveling right now. I usually just eat the snow. Not the yellow snow, though.
Well, what if there was a ton of yellow snow? How would you remove it?
Probably just eat it.
Oh, okay.
But
Well,
I'd prefer to shovel it or not shovel it or have someone else shovel it.
well, definitely I can have a product for you.
Oh, I'm all ears. Literally,
It's
that's
called a-
just a bunch of ears.
Well, that's kind of disturbing. I didn't notice that up until this point.
Notice how they just turn one way or another? I can make them actually turn like little satellite dishes in different directions.
Are the ears what controls you?
No, it's the radio waves. I lost my tinfoil hat.
No, good thing I always have mine on me.
It looks good
Well,
on you. Did you get a free bowl of soup with that?
stew, actually.
Oh, stew, is it? Oh, that's what happened to my mom and dad.
They stewed for a while, and now they're over it.
Yeah, we had an Uncle Stu, and he made stew out of dad and mom.
Oh, sorry if you're lost a little bit.
Yeah, I'm over it.
All right, well, back to the snow issue.
Yeah.
My new invention is called a Brian Johnson.
Oh, it sounds thick
It is, and funny,
and lengthy.
and not here.
Oh, well then how does it work exactly? It must be a
Well,
miracle.
it's not here now, but once you have snow and that needs shoveling, that's where he is.
Oh, so he's like a magical teleportation snow device.
I prefer to think of him as like the Nanny McPhee of snowplows.
Oh, does he come with a spoonful of sugar too, or is it a snow full of sugar?
It's a snow shovel full of sugar.
Oh, I like the sounds of this. It's how much is this per week?
It depends on the amount of snow.
Well, is it by the inch? Because we've got quite a few inches out there right now, and I really don't. I'm more of a metric guy.
Well, we have a very complex formula, but trust me, it's fair.
I like a fair, complex formula. It's hopefully it's not like retin-A or anything.
It's fair. That's all that matters. You don't even need to look at it.
Okay, well, let's see. I have Canadian money. This is a loonie or a loon. I can't remember what's what. Procy will have
One
to
of
tell me.
one of the reasons that we're a great company is that we'll convert the money for you at a
Oh,
standard nominal fee.
okay. So conversion rates, got it. Yeah, that's pretty typical.
So you can pay in whatever wacko bucks you want.
Loonies, wackos, it's all the same to me.
So how many can we put you down for?
Well, I do like my Brian Johnson's thick, and as long as he's willing to, get up at the crack of dawn and move all that snow, I think I could be good with a baker's dozen.
All right. Well, I'll have to find 12 more, but I can do that.
Well, basically, you could just tuck him into me, and later on, I'll just birth out a few more, and I think that would take care of it eventually. But I might need a little help from you.
Oh, okay. I like where this is going.
I thought you would.
Oh, I get it. Like you.
And would. See, it's a double
Does two
entendre.
things.
All right. Nicely done. And we're back. What'd you guys think of that product under service?
It was funny, and the presenter sounded dapper.
I don't know. I give it maybe a 5.5, 5.75 if I'm feeling generous. Honestly, we can find higher quality sponsors. Like
What's
we need
that
to
out
raise
of?
that bar, man.
Was that out of 5.8?
No, it's out of 2.
Oh.
Shit, off the charts. Well, you guys do make some fine points, but I have a little surprise for you. If you look under your seat, you'll see
We're going to
an
Disney
envelope.
World?
You'll see an envelope that contains a brand new product and or service. You get a product and or service. You get a product and or service. You get a product and or service. Everybody gets a product and or service, except for you, sir or madam. You'll need to leave the studio immediately because you know what you did. Security. Thank you, Justin, for the tip. Appreciate that. Justin says,
Just
I
a
want
tip.
my very own Brian shoveling machine. Take my money. Love it. All right. Before we venture forward, you guys know what time it is. Let's briefly discuss your Diary of the Dead.
It's time to recap.
More or less,
Recap.
yeah. But essentially, we're just going to take a look at your... Yep,
Okay,
recap.
there we go.
Recap's good. That's good. So why don't you guys, let's the three of us talk about your objectives and how close you feel like you're getting used to them or close to them. And what clues you may have uncovered in the last episode that have gotten you closer to where you need to be.
I'm pretty confident that this art exhibit's going to uncover a lot.
Why do you feel that way?
I mean, the odds that this guy just only did the frame seem low to me,
Mm-hmm.
and it seems like a pretty big clue.
Okay.
Also, it's clearly such an exclusive thing that it's got to be some form of secret society.
Okay. Nice. All right. Matt?
I mean, I feel like the art exhibit is definitely going to be a big piece of it,
Mm-hmm.
but I feel like there's more hiding at this hotel. I don't think we've gotten everything out of there. For one, we still don't know what's up with the really ornate sconces.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and I feel like I'm probably close to figuring out something with that fake wall that I'm about to, bust into, or that repaired wall in the laundry room in the basement, I believe is where I was.
Mm-hmm. How do you feel, or how do you think the fact that Charles is in one of these paintings, but much older than he should be? Anything there that's sort of tickling your funny bone?
He's definitely still alive.
I
Mhm.
mean, as anybody knows, magic comes at a cost. And he's definitely been pushing on, barriers and knocking on doors, and maybe some of them shouldn't have been opened. And now maybe this is just whatever, he's paying the piper for whatever he may have uncovered or had done at some point.
Why do you suppose that Charles wanted Samantha to bring the artifact to New York?
More hiding places, probably.
Or
mean,
it's the
it's-
key to saving him, maybe.
He did mention in, I believe, the video message that it was the final piece of the puzzle or something like that,
Oh yeah.
right? I think that was part of the deal.
There's probably more than one artifact then.
Okay. Oh, that weird kid just subscribed. I have the little things on the
You
that
have
pop
the
up.
nice.
Yep. I did all that. Oh, yeah. So I'm using Streamlabs to pump all that stuff through. So thank you. Anyways, yeah. So you know that Zepter is some sort of art museum thing, right? And you know that the sconces are highly designed. Do you think those two are somehow related? Like the design is quite specific.
I wouldn't be surprised if Zepter helped in the architecture of the hotel.
Okay.
Maybe he was the one who designed it to begin with, or because I guess it depends, and maybe either he designed it to because he said the sconces have been there since the beginning. They're not something that were added during renovation.
Mm-hmm.
No one would ever add a sconce.
No, it seems to be like it's like the design and the ubiquity of the design. It's everywhere. It's almost out of place in a kind of a standard rundown hotel, and yet there's these sort of very finely designed details that sort of stuck out. Any thoughts on the big gray dog, the wolf?
I still don't really think that's much more than just
You think it's a red herring?
yeah.
You think the
But I
gray
mean, I
wolf is
don't-
a red herring?
Red herring. Oh. Now I want to go back and rewatch A Pup Named Scooby Doo. Good show.
Nice. And any idea who might be M?
Matt.
Clearly, this is all my fault, guys. Sorry. I apologize.
Thank you, Crocy. Crocy submitted a tip and said a werewolf did it. I like it.
Probably.
I like it. Arroo. Wolfies. All right. Well, okay. I think that's good enough. So make sure to keep your Diary of the Dead up to add to it this round. I know Brian sometimes usually adds that, but we'll move on without him.
We have
All
to,
right.
I guess.
Yeah, we have to. We could pretend he's here, but let's not. Now, dear investigators, we play Case 13, Tape 6 by hook or by crook?
Okay, so
Previously
it's a hook-handed killer.
on the Lovecraft tapes. Secrets unspool like yarn yanked by a precocious kitten as our investigators of the unknown continue their unsavory exploits in the haunted halls of Hotel Odobrati. Pippa sought solace at the bottom of a bottle, but discovered a drinking buddy instead. Rocky fled the shadow-festooned corners of the second floor, only to descend down into the brackish basement. Basement. Roy absconded with art, freed from its frame, with intent to investigate its origins on the morrow. Will our heroes come closer to revelation, or will the Big Apple eat them instead? The table is set. The menu has been planned well in advance. Now we discover whether this course will be served hot or cold.
Probably cold.
Probably cold, yeah, it's snowing out. Pippa, as you stare down the entry hall to room 217 at a grotesque, looming shadow projected on the far wall, your face feels unnaturally flush. Whatever is about to come around the corner is gurgling in a raspy, burbling gasp that makes the hairs on the back of your neck stand straight up in abject terror. Give me 2 little seconds here. I gotta turn off the heat.
1,000.
1,000,
1,000.
3,000. Google Home. There we go. Let's see. One moment. Turn that down there. There we go. Cool. Rocky. It is freezing down here in the basement. Being a laundry room, you half expected it to be warm and arid from the regular use of clothes dryers, but it's downright clammy instead. The freshly patched section behind the washing machines is particularly cool to the touch as you wrap your knuckles against it, hearing a dim echo beyond. You lean forward, pressing your ear to the new concrete, and knock again, trying to gauge how big the space might be on the other side of the wall. The echoes recede, but then are seemingly answered by a faint whisper. Who's there, man?
Well, gonna take a second, look around and see if there's any kind of blunt instrument I can use to start knocking at this wall.
Yeah, we'll give you a luck roll. How's that?
All right. I needed a 46. I rolled a 67. That's a failure.
That's a pretty big failure, yeah. So yeah, you
Yeah.
quickly glance around and take stock of what might be lying around. You do see a box of one of those small little trial boxes of detergent, and you pick that up, and it feels like it's solidified in there, but clearly you're not gonna bang through a wall on that.
You said the repair of the walls. It's a concrete wall, right?
Yep.
It's
Mhm.
not okay. Doubt I can just bust through, but if it's hollow, I guess it depends on how well they did. I'm going to attempt to kind of wiggle the washing machine out far enough that I can almost like brace myself against it, and then
Mhm.
use that to kind of start just give it a couple of good kicks to see if it's maybe they cheaped out and it's really shoddy craftsmanship.
Okay. Go ahead and give me a strength roll.
I needed a 75. I rolled a 17. That is a hard success.
Okay. So you sort of wedge yourself in there as best as you can. There's probably only maybe a foot or two to begin with between the wall and the back of the washing machine or dryer. But you're able to clearly just blunder your way with brute force, wedge yourself in there, and you can hear the scrape of the feet of the washing machines moving away from the wall. As a matter of fact, all 4 of the machines are linked together. They've been bolted together, so you kind of move them all at a cant, and you're able to wedge yourself in there. You can try to give it a big kick if you want, but you're not going to get a whole lot of leverage with this amount of space without making a whole lot more noise and potentially disengaging the plumbing from the back of the washing machines and the dryer vents.
I'm gonna give it a go with the space that I have. Just maybe I'll get a
Okay.
good hit in there.
So you sort of wedge yourself in there and try to rear back your foot as best you can. And right as you're about ready to boot into the wall, you hear another voice whisper, "Dude, what are you doing, man? It's so crazy."
Stand up and look around, make sure that nobody has wandered into the laundry room.
Go ahead and give me a spot hidden.
I needed a 62. I rolled a 21. That's a hard success.
You see the top of someone's head at the other end of the bank of washing machines. Looks like it's a blonde, slightly balding head, and you hear giggles coming from that side.
Oh, there it is. Just dropped something back here. I had to, move him out of the way to get back. I found it. It's all good. It's nothing to worry about here.
And
Good.
as you say that, this gentleman stands up from the other side of the washers where he was clearly hiding, and he's holding his hand over his mouth, giggling. He looks like he's about maybe 5'8", very thin and scrawny, scraggly blonde hair, and he's got smudges on his face. He's dressed up in a tattered trench coat. He's wearing one glove that has the fingers cut out, but the other one has no glove. And beneath the trench coat is what used to be probably a really cool outfit of sequins, a sequin shirt that looks like it's straight out of the late 80s. Just red and gold faded colors, some silver streaks in there. And he's like, "Oh man, I'm sorry, man. I was just fucking with you. You didn't think I was behind the wall, right, man?"
No. I like I said, I dropped something behind the machine. Had to get it back. It's
Oh yeah.
gotta have she pulled my wallet out. This is rather important. You don't want to let this go.
Oh no, yeah, man. Oh, speaking of which, you got like a couple bucks, man. I know you gotta get some coffee or something. Hey, Dave's the name, by the way. Diamond Dave's what they call me. Double D if you want.
I highly doubt anyone calls you that, but
Oh man, everybody knows me here, man.
uh-huh. You staying at the hotel, or you just hanging out in laundry rooms for fun?
For the moment, I'm here. What's your
Mhm.
name?
Not important right now. Look,
Nice to meet you, now, Mr. Important.
I'm just, checking the place out.
No, man, I get you. It's really weird, right? I mean, something's back there, right? That concrete
maybe,
there, that's very strange if you ask me.
maybe somebody, old foundations. Who knows what could be going on there? Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, you certainly have a point, dude. I mean, who am I? You're probably like a contractor or something, right? You work in contracting?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Always, you have to have an eye for jobs, and
Yeah.
stuff back here doesn't look that sturdy. I was just thinking maybe I could upsell them on a bit of a repair patch job. I
Worth
can
a
do this
shot.
better.
Worth a shot, man. I wish you all the luck, man. Yeah, I haven't seen you around here before. You must be new in town, huh?
Yes, just in town for a few days.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
You you got to never stop hustling, though.
Oh,
I'm sure you understand that
I
more than most.
I understand that like 24/7. I'm out there hustling. Man, it's hard out there. You know what I'm saying? So, a couple bucks. What do you think?
Gonna reach into my wallet and pull out just like a $5 bill and hand it to him.
Oh man, thanks, man. I appreciate. Look, if there's anything I can do for you, just let me. I know this city inside and out. I can help you out with anything, man. By the
Really?
way, you heard like wasn't like an old lady's dog got snatched just like yesterday,
I
man.
heard rumors,
Oh
floating around.
yeah,
Something about she said something about like a really big gray dog came and snatched her little thing and ran off with it, and I
yeah.
don't know what
You
she
know
saw, but
I heard the same thing, and she I know that old lady, man. She's got a couple screws loose, if you know what I'm saying. And that little
mm,
dog probably
I
like
figured.
a rat could have dragged that thing away. But it's weird though because I've been hearing the same thing from some of my friends down there,
Hmm.
and they say they've been seeing some like dog thing too. I don't know. Maybe it's related, maybe it's not. I don't know.
I mean, you guys, I've heard, I haven't seen, I've heard the stories of the size of the rats around here being just, woof.
Oh, they are. Trust me, they are. But they, I, we've had a couple of our own go missing recently. You know what I'm saying? Like Bill.
Wow, whoa, that's.
Bill is. I can't seem to find him anywhere, man. I mean,
Uh-huh.
one minute
Oh,
I'm
yeah,
talking to
Bill
him,
is he? Bill's like he's the wino, right?
well, we don't use that term wino. That's a little derogatory, if you ask me. But yeah, I mean, he likes his wine. He likes the drink. He likes the grape. What's not to like, man? It's good. It's
No,
all
you can't
good.
blame that. Who doesn't enjoy a nice bottle every now and then?
I have a couple drinks. I like to sing. I just say, I'm just a sad wino, and every place I go, you can hear the sound of drinking.
That's quite good. That's quite good,
Thanks,
actually.
man. Yeah, I sing sometimes down in the subway. You would not believe all the shit you see down there.
I can only imagine. So you said you know this city really well.
Yeah, man. I lived here all my life. Well, most of my life. I did a little stint over in St. Louis there for a little while, but it kind of run me out of town. They don't like my kind.
Yeah,
I guess they don't appreciate good singing.
yeah, their loss, honestly.
Yeah,
That
exactly. Yeah, that's right, man. But yeah, I know the town, man. Hey, you need like a chaperone, a guide. You need somebody to show you the ropes around here. Get you maybe some things you can't quite get on the up and up. You know what I'm saying?
You know what? Actually, there might be. You see, I'm a bit of an art buff. I'm big on painting, sculptures, all that thing. Love it. Been
Oh
studying
yeah.
it all my life.
Hmm.
There's a little gallery out in Soho called Zepter. I hear
Hmm.
they're having some kind of show
All
tonight. You
right.
wouldn't you
Yeah.
wouldn't happen to know anyone who might be selling some tickets to this event?
Oh,
Maybe I've heard it's hard to get a hold of.
yeah. We don't. My crew. I like to call them my crew. They're really not my crew, but the folks I know, they can get lots of things. They usually try to stay under the radar a little bit, so we
Hmm.
don't go
Hmm.
that high profile. So I could try to find out, but I'll tell you right now, it's you say it is tonight.
I is the show tonight? I thought it was. Okay. Yes, yes. It opens tonight. I
Oh
mean, I'm not
yeah.
sure how long the exhibit's going to be there. If they're,
I can get you some more information if you need it. I can certainly try that.
oh
Uh,
yeah. Anything you can do would be
yeah,
greatly appreciated.
absolutely. Yeah, I can do that. No problem. I'll tell you what. Tell you what. I need to go get my coffee. Okay.
Hmm.
I will catch up with you in a little while. I'll go find out something. I assume you'll be around here. No, don't worry about it. I'll find you. This is my
Yeah.
city. I can
Actually,
usually
I'm
find
going
stuff.
to pull out another $5 bill.
Oh,
If you or your crew happen to hear anything else about this dog creature,
Oh yeah,
I'm in
yeah.
room. I'm at what 617, I believe.
I think it was 609, 605, 607. I think it was with a bank of 3. But they can just ask for you at the front desk too.
Yeah. If you or your crew hear anything else about this strange dog thing,
Yeah.
disappearances, sightings, I'm in room 607. You can knock, and if I'm not there, feel free to slip me a note under the door. I'll see
Yeah,
it.
man, you got it. I just need to run in here real quick, and then I will find out what you need to know. Okay, let me know if you need anything else. Get you some a little something for the gums. Little something.
Mm-hmm.
You need like a, I don't know, a knife, something. I don't know. You let me know,
What
okay?
I
I'll
need
be
right
back.
now is a hammer.
Oh yeah. Hey, dude, I would not be messing with that thing right now. Tomislav. He runs this place. He keeps an eye on things. You know what I'm saying? So just be
Yeah,
careful, man. Don't be going all bop boys de bop on the back of that wall. You know what I'm saying? That's
yeah.
probably be
No,
bad
I get what you're
news.
saying.
Man, hey, help me out here. We'll just push this thing back. Nobody will know shit. Okay, come on. And he
All right.
starts heaving against it, clearly not making any progress because he has 0 strength.
Just gonna walk up and just kind of generally just and
Yep,
slide
it
this thing
slides
back
right
into
back and
place.
forth. Yep. And you hear a noise out in the lobby from above, or actually the door from the first floor landing open up, and Dave's like, "Hey, double D out, right? I'll see you." And he
Yeah. Catch you
slithers
later,
out.
Double D. Awkwardly finger gun as he kind of.
Double D out. All right, let's move on to Roy real quick, and then we'll get back to you. Or
Yes,
actually,
really quickly.
really quickly. No, well, we can switch back and forth. That's fine. So let's go ahead and leave you there for a moment. Roy, standing outside on the stoop of Zepter Museum of Art, you're acutely aware that July might not be the most comfortable time to visit Manhattan. Though it's still technically morning, the heat is rising quickly. You feel sweat dripping down the back of your head as a slim shape approaches the glass door from the other side, turns the lock, and opens it. A slender man with slick backed black hair that is most certainly dyed to look younger, and piercing pale blue eyes looks up at you with a thin smile. Well, well, well. Your voice does your body justice. Very peculiar accent. Scotland by way of Boston, if my ears do not deceive me. Now, what is this about? Tickets, Mr.
DuPont.
Mr. DuPont, please. Pleasure to make your acquaintance. And he holds out his hand.
I'll give him a low 5.
He looks at it and a bit of confusion crosses his face, and then he chuckles. Yes. So, Mr. DuPont, what can I do for you?
Let's put it this way.
Yes.
Your art is fabulous, and
Oh, my heart. Well, thank you.
I need to be able to show it to the world. Boston and Scotland is where I run, and the people there are just deprived of it.
Oh, I was unaware that anybody even knew about it. Please, please, come out of the heat. Please, come in. And
You know,
he ushers you inside to a air-conditioned interior. It's a small lobby that is painted white, furnished with 3 framed steel chairs, upholstered in red leather, and a glass coffee table laden with art-related magazines and books. There is a modern-looking minimalist desk of transparent acrylic straight ahead and a closed door behind that. An archway leads to the right, where there appears to be a dimly lit gallery area. Another arch to the left has been cordoned off with a red velvet rope with a printed sign that reads, Zepter is proud to present the latest MRGLD exhibit. Please see BE for access. So, Mr. DuPont, you were saying something about my art. Do you mean my art or the art that I exhibit here?
Simply both. When you
Oh,
exhibit art here, I know that it is up to your standards, as well as the art that you come to create.
I see. Well, I see you have something there under your arm. Is it one of my works?
Remind me, am I holding
Yeah, you had brought it to
the
Zepter.
artifact?
No, not the artifact.
No.
The
Okay.
rolled up
Oh
thing
yeah,
that
yeah. Okay, yeah, yeah. You're right.
the painting you stole from room 217.
Well,
It's not stole. We liberated it.
well, this is a piece pulled from the Odebrati Hotel itself, and I'll show it
Oh,
to him.
really? Let me see. Oh, this is very unusual. You say you got this at Hotel Otebrati?
Yes,
Oh, I see. Hmm. What do you make of it? This is not my work.
I didn't think that this one was yours because it's a little bit dry, some could say.
Yes, well, you can clearly see the artist mark there in the eye, in the iris of the subject.
That's what I was hoping you could help identify for me.
Well, yes, that is very well known. It is MRGLD.
That's why I'm here. I know that the exhibit is going on, and
Well,
I
yeah.
must speak to him about this. Him or
Oh,
her. You know how the
it
arts
is
be
a
these
her.
days.
Yes, yes. She would appreciate the attention, I'm sure, but uh, she does not typically take visitors. Um, Perhaps you would like to see some of my other artworks here in the gallery?
Of course.
Oh, yes. Oh, please come in. And he takes you not past the velvet rope, but to the other side where there is a dimly lit gallery. And I don't, yeah. So this space is quite small for a museum. Basically, just a large chamber bisected by a movable partition, lit from overhead by spotlights, a couple of which have burned out. There's a pervasive musty smell like that of mildewed newspapers and dryer lint. Hanging on the wall are a dozen framed black and white photographs, all depicting male nudes. No, strike that. All depicting the same male nude figure. The photos are composed below the neck, so the face isn't shown, but the shaved, shriveled scrotum and uncircumcised penis are on full display below a soft, well fed belly and aged, slightly sagging breasts. Barely healed bite marks encircle the engorged nipples, each of which is pierced by a stainless steel knitting needle. So, what do you think? Is this more to your liking?
This is the art that I knew that I would be able to see if I had come here.
Well, yes, I acquired it. It is very rare. Um, it is it if you're interested in buying it, is currently going for 16,000 each, or I can let the whole series go for 150,000.
I will be honest with you.
Yes,
As an I am the eye for talent in my partnership that I run.
yes. What partnership is this?
Well, there's me, and
Yes.
then I am the eye for talent, and I find the art. And
Ah,
then I
so you're like a
have,
spotter. Yes.
yes, but I unfortunately am doomed to work with this vulgar and pompous man who he's the one with the money, and so
Ah,
I
I
must
see.
find the art for him
Oh,
in order
you
to be able to distribute it.
I understand. Yes. Well, it is here. I am willing to let it part with it. Here in my humble museum, The artist is wished to remain anonymous, but the art is for sale. I don't know why
Of
I'm like
course.
Transylvanian all of a sudden. I'm supposed to be German.
Well, of course. And I'm sure that he would. I mean, any piece of art that I say is that I can tell is worth buying. My partner generally listens to me. He knows that I have
Well,
an
he,
eye for
he sounds
talent.
like a very wise person. Yes.
So I would like to bring him back and
We
perhaps at the showing tonight.
Well, I'm sure that can be arranged. Yes, we are very short on tickets, of course, but uh, for a small fee, a donation to the museum, I'm sure we can arrange for something. VIP
And
access, even.
I'm sure that a donation is more than what we would like to do.
Excellent, excellent. Well, yeah, is there anything else I can do for you currently? Uh, it comes to mind. Have you ever done any modeling yourself?
I've had many offers, but I've not found an artist that I've deemed worthy.
Well, it is nearly lunchtime now. What are you doing currently?
This was my goal for the day.
Oh, so you are free then.
Of course.
Well, perhaps you would like to come upstairs to my studio.
I could do that.
Excellent, excellent. I may have a little liquor up there. Maybe some Jägermeister.
Any booze is good booze.
Excellent, excellent. Follow me, please. And he leads you past out of the little gallery section, which is kind of sad, actually. It's a kind of a rundown thing. Um, Before you leave the gallery, just as you're peeking out, you do notice that the frames that frame the photographs in the gallery are the exact same style and variety as the ones at Hotel Odebrati, room 217. You fully expect that if you were to lift one of those frames off and look on the backside, you would see Zepter etched into it.
All right.
And then he leads you back into the lobby area behind the desk, which has a few papers scattered all over it, and a laptop open. And he opens the door that is directly behind it and says, "Please, after you." And you see a narrow staircase leading upwards.
And I'll go.
All right. Rocky,
Oh,
let's
wait,
go
how do
back to
you
you.
spell the name of the artist that did the painting?
You already have it.
MRGLD.
Yeah, you
Do
have
we?
it in
Okay.
your thing. I think isn't it
Is
in
it?
the Diary of the
No,
Dead?
let me look. It's just M.
Oh, just assuming M is MRGLD.
Yeah, that'd be an interesting connection that M is MRGLD.
I'll show you
Really?
the
Okay.
billboard that Rocky saw.
Yeah, I don't see that anywhere. I might just be
I
missing.
just showed it to the players.
No, yeah, I know, but I mean
Okay.
in the
Yeah, I
notes.
don't see it in the notes either, but that is how you spell it.
Okay.
You should be able to click that to get a better view of that particular
Yep.
thing too. Basically, it's the billboard that says MRGLD, very simple, spare billboard with a debut. And it looks like it's August. So I guess we're actually in early August now, aren't we? We're not in July anymore. Only at Zepter Museum of Art, 107 Sullivan Street. That's what gave
Got
us the
it.
lead. Yeah. Yeah, got it. So MRGLD did Charles' portrait. You're not quite sure what the O stands for, because in the iris, as you recall, you saw MO. Those are the two letters you saw. I don't think I see that in your notes as well.
I'm adding
But that
it.
was part of it. Okay, so we'll leave you there going up the stairs to presumably the studio. We'll head back to Rocky, who is now standing in the basement listening to the receding footsteps of Double D, Diamond Dave, and you fully expect someone to come, or you fully expect to hear some sort of altercation on the first floor landing, but nothing comes of it, and footsteps recede away, and you're left alone in the basement again.
Strange people in this city. Going to head back up to the first floor and out into the lobby to see if I can't figure out what the commotion was about.
So yeah, you go into the lobby and you see nobody is standing in the lobby. It's completely empty. You can hear and see foot traffic outside the turnstiles on the sidewalk. It looks like it's getting to be pretty hot out there. And Tomislav is at his usual post at the front desk behind the barred windows, the plexiglass windows. And he looks up at you curiously and holds up a single finger. Please come. Pipa, please come. I have something for you.
Yeah, you do. Of course, yes. And I'm going to head over to Tomislav and see what he has for me.
One moment. I must take my junior mints. You know about junior mints?
Yes, I know about junior mints. You know they now make them with caramel inside instead of mint, right?
Oh, that does not sound good. Well, maybe it's good though. It could be good. Do you like caramel?
Personally, yes. I'm a big fan of caramel.
What about caramel though?
Look, karma is.
Wasn't that like Boy George? Caramel, chameleon. No, that is not right. I don't remember. It was the 80s.
I mean, no, let's be honest. Anyone who was in the 80s doesn't really remember much of the 80s.
It was very hazy. Very hazy.
Yeah, no, I get that. Same thing here.
Well, I have something for you. Sorry, junior mints.
Yes,
they keep my breath
no worries.
like very nice and fresh. I don't like
Cover up the smell of the sweet potato vodka.
Oh, you know about this, yes?
Yep,
You've been talking with Rocky.
Yes, Rocky stumbled upstairs last night. Had to help her to her room.
Oh, well, I don't think that actually happened, but wink.
No, in the morning. Did I say last night? Oh, no.
Yes, the morning, yes.
I'm not from here. Jet lag is still a little bit,
Speaking of which, I saw one of the other guests, they found her phone. It was.
Yes, I remember her this morning saying something about missing a phone somewhere.
Yes, they turn it into lost and found, and I have it here. So here, and he slips it across the desk underneath the plexiglass to you. You please return to your friend, okay?
Oh, yes, right away,
nice.
Right away.
She's very nice. I don't know why she have a picture of kitten on there. She don't seem like kitten person, but who am I to judge, right?
I mean, the internet is 90% cat pictures, so the likelihood of any one person having a kitten photo on the phone at any given time is quite high.
Is her business. I don't care. With a name like Rocky, she's a little strange, anyways. But she play a mean game of cribbage. You like cribbage? Cribbage is good.
I cannot say. I guess I've never played before.
It's got everything to do with pegging. Do you like pegging?
I'll reserve judgment until I'll have Rocky teach me.
Yes.
How to play.
She's very good at pegging. She's very good at pegging. She peg out all the way to the end. You know what I'm saying? Peg to the end.
Take your word for it.
Yes. Will you tell her I said hi? And you let her know I'll see her tonight, and I will bring a little snifter of the good stuff. Have you tried? Would you like to try?
You know what? Save it for we'll get together tonight. We'll make it a cribbage learning party. Everyone can have a good time.
I like it. We're gonna have a big cribbage pegging party. I like it. Sounds good. Okay, my friend. You have a good day, and make sure she get her phone. Okay. Bye, Pippa.
Oh yes, right away.
Bye, Pippa.
Quick
Goodbye.
question.
Yes.
I was down in the laundry room. I thought I heard a commotion
Oh,
up here. Did I miss something, or
I
am I
thought
maybe I'm just hearing things?
I heard that commotion too. It sounded like somebody was banging on something and scraping. I don't know.
It sounded like it was coming from up here, from the down in the laundry room. So I'm
Oh,
not sure.
I kind of poked my head out and I didn't hear it anymore. So I don't know. Who knows?
Yeah.
Who knows? It's one of
Strange things.
life's mysteries, you know?
Yes. Well, thank you for giving this. I will make sure she gets this right away.
Excellent. Thank you very much, my friend. You're a good friend, Pippa, to Rocky.
I try. Yes.
All right. Well, if you need anything, how's the room? You need like turn down service because we don't do that. If you need like a little coffee or something, there's a place down the corner. You let me know. I'll tell you where to go.
Yeah. Yeah. As soon as I need anything, I will be sure to make you my first point of contact.
All right. Hey, and between you and me and you,
Mhm,
look out for. We got like a homeless problem. Okay.
mhm.
And if you see some weirdos like hanging around, you tell them to get the fuck out. I don't like it. Okay?
Oh no, of
We
course, of
boot them
course.
out of here.
I'll make sure.
We like keep
So, yeah.
clean. Okay? Here,
Yes.
Hotel Alta Brati, I like to keep things clean. None of these dirty
Yeah.
people. Okay?
Yeah. No. If I see anything, I will be sure to let you know. First thing.
All right. Thank you, Pippa. Yeah. You be my eyes and ears. Okay? Eyes and ears.
Oh, of course.
Later,
Any
I'll
news
teach you how
on
to peg.
the lady's missing dog yet, or is that still
Ah,
ongoing?
that old lady, I don't. She always whine about something. Who knows? Who knows about her? But she's well, Choo Choo McGee's wife, and she's
Mhm.
crazy. She's crazy like that.
Yes, well,
And good riddance to
I
that
guess
dog as a big yapper.
n- you know how small dogs can be. They
Whew.
think they're 10 times their size, and
Yeah. I like big dogs, big dogs. Strong.
yeah.
Like ox dogs.
Well, I guess I will be seeing you later,
All right,
maybe.
my friend. You have good day. Enjoy the warm weather we were having here in August. Totally not July, August weather.
Mhm. Yes, thank you. And I'm going to tuck Pippa's phone into like the inner pocket of my jacket, and I'm
Okay.
gonna head out onto the street.
Cool. All right, so you head out on the street, and it's boom, the heat just hits you like a brick to the face, and the exhaust fumes and the noise pollution just make you stagger back for a second.
Hmm. Just like that time in Singapore, but I really don't like to think about what happened that one time in Singapore.
Mm-mm. Why would you? It's terrible. We don't like talking about
Oh,
that.
absolutely terrible.
Mhm.
Anyway, here's Wonder Ball. I'm going to pull out my phone and call or attempt to call Roy and see what he's up to.
All right, so we'll leave you there for a moment. So, Roy, you head upstairs to the loft. And it's a large attic area that has been converted to accommodate a photography studio in one half, illuminated by a single skylight, a filing cabinet storage in the other half. Bunch of filing cabinets. There's a musty odor that reminds you of baby oil and overdue library books.
Not a great combo.
And you hear the gentleman coming up behind you. Oh, please make yourself at home. Look over there next to my camera equipment, and you'll see there's a flask there. Just feel free. Be free. Be relaxed, my friend. By the way, my name is Bernard Eichmann. A pleasure to meet your acquaintance, Mr. Dupont. What is your first name, please?
Well, I'm an artist, you see. We don't always have first names.
Oh, so very artistic. Yes. So, Mr. DuPont. Do I
One
know?
word,
Do I
like
know you?
Madonna
Yeah,
or
like Madonna.
Cher.
Am I aware of any of your other works or acquisitions?
I'm not the one to be bragging about the acquisitions. That's my partner's job. As
Oh,
for my works, if they were to ever escape Boston, that would simply mean that I've grown too large.
well, fair enough. I like that. A little bit of bravado with that. Yes. Please, if you, it's a bit stuffy up here, and you feel free to remove your shirt if you like.
What kind of modeling am I doing, may
Oh,
I ask?
whatever you feel comfortable doing. I am only here to help guide you. You know your own body and comfort with it. So I don't know what you appear to like the stuff that I have downstairs.
I like booze as well,
Well, please, the flask is right there. Have a pull or two.
and I'll have some.
And it is Jaeger. It's very good, very delicious, very licoricey.
Yes, it is.
And Bernard moves closer to you and says, "Oh, please, may I have a little sip?"
And I'll give him some.
And he stands uncomfortably close to you and takes a sip, looking you up and down. Are you sure that shirt isn't too warm in here for you? For me too, I feel a uh, little warm. And he unbuttons one of his top buttons on his shirt, starts
The
fanning
art
himself
that
a little bit.
the art that is on my body is just as prized as any in any gallery.
Well, I don't doubt it a bit. You are full of yourself, yes. Uh, oh, please excuse me. I forgot to place my lunch order, but please feel free to be comfortable. I'll be right back. And he heads downstairs to the first level.
And I'll call Rocky.
And you get a busy signal.
Alright, I'll keep drinking.
And Rocky, you get a busy signal.
What on earth is he possibly doing? So like him.
Nice. So yeah, you take another pull of Jaeger, and why don't you go ahead and give me a spot hidden, Roy?
There it is.
I needed a 75. I got a 26. That's a hard success.
So you're
Someone
just
had to
kind
say
of.
it. Brian's not here tonight.
Thank you. So you're looking, listening to him receding and clearly doing something downstairs. He's left the door downstairs open so you can hear him shuffling some papers on that desk you passed. And so you're just looking around the room, and you notice a couple odd things. One is the filing cabinets over on the other half of the attic appear to be lined up pretty neatly. But on top of that are also some file boxes that have been labeled in marker. And essentially it's, you can see it's like original photos, negatives. They're labeled quite clearly. But near you, you're looking around and you see that there's a coffee table and a couple beanbag chairs next to it that look pretty well used, even leaking a little bit of the beanbag stuff out on the floor. On the coffee table itself, there is a thick book with a eyeball on it, and you don't read German, do you?
No.
Okay, so it's titled, as best you can figure, "Schau jetzt nicht." You're not quite sure what that means, but tucked up underneath on the just under the coffee table, poking out a little bit, is this what appears to be a white rag of some sort. But there's some tinges of blood on it. Clearly dried blood. And you look around, just still casting a glance, still taking a sip from the flask, and you see a streak of black on the ground. And it goes up one wall and all the way up to the edge of the skylight above the studio part. You notice all three of these things. And you can hear him downstairs, Barnard, talking on the phone. Yes, I would like, I gotta find the thing here. Hang on a sec. Boom, boom, boom. Sorry. Yes, please, I would like a Braunschweiger with, yes, extra pickles and plenty of mayo, please. So he's clearly ordering some lunch downstairs. Is there anything you'd like to do before he comes back up?
Go downstairs.
Okay, so you go downstairs and he turns around. Oh, Mr. DuPont, oh, where are you going?
Well, unfortunately, my partner has called me back to conduct some business before tonight, but perhaps we can continue this later.
Well, of course. Will you be doing anything after the exhibit?
Not that I know of yet.
Well, a friend or two of mine might be having a bit of a party upstairs, if you know what I mean.
Perhaps I will join.
Oh, we would really enjoy that. Yes. Oh, here, please. Let me give you 2 tickets personally. Okay? And I would love to see you and your partner tonight. It is at 9 o'clock. You can be fashionably late if you like. It doesn't matter. I will leave your name, Mr. DuPont, with security.
All right, thank you. I'll be seeing you then.
Yes, pleasure. I hope we can do more business together soon.
As do I.
Have a good afternoon.
You too. I'll see you later.
Bye. Click.
And then I will leave.
All right, so you go out into the heat, which seems to have gone up exponentially. Maybe it's part of the nerves and the excitement of being up in that guy's creepy ass studio. But yeah, so you've got a few details there. Rocky, go back to you, standing on the street, hanging up your phone like, God damn it, Roy. Who are you talking to now? And yeah, so you're on the street. Man on the street.
I want to double back to talking with Double D down in the basement. Kind of re-piqued my interest in the missing dog. So I'm going to double back to the alley where we last saw it, and I want to just go back and walk that alley again.
Okay, sure. So yeah, let's go ahead and I think I've got. Yeah, so you go back to the alleyway and you see that, oh gosh, they picked up the garbage. But it's different garbage that's there now. It's as if they cleaned it out and now people have just started piling more shit there. So
it just respawns.
Yeah, it respawns. And but these appear to be relatively fresh, so the rats haven't got at them yet. So it's not quite as cluttered as when you first investigated.
Just gonna slowly walk down the alley towards where we saw that first bit of blood, kind of scanning back and forth to see if maybe there wasn't something hiding under the trash bags that we missed last time we were there.
Cool. So yeah, you find where the blood splotch was next to the dumpster, and it's there still, but it's been faded. Clearly, some street cleaners have come through and sprayed off most of it, but there's a bit of an outline there. It'll probably take a day or two yet before it's completely gone, or critters have gotten at it and taken care of the stain. So, but you try to think, where would that have come from or would have gone? Your initial assumption was that the incident, something in the dumpster leapt out and got the dog and ate the dog or whatever. But you're now kind of wondering if maybe something got it from outside the dumpster. Maybe the dumpster was a red herring. And so you kind of poke around a little bit, and sure enough, you find a blood spot in the other way. So away from the mouth of the alleyway, but leading further into the alleyway. If you recall, last time you came to a crossroads and lost the trail previously. But now with your sort of newfound interest in, in particularly, you notice that the other end of the Hotel Odebrati basement is venting out into this alley. So you see just the tip of the fresh batch of concrete peeking through on this side of the building. But it's only the top part of it. So whatever was patched in the basement is below street level. Why don't you go ahead and give me a spot hidden? We'll start there. Why not?
I needed a 62. I rolled a 47, which is a regular success.
Okay. So you walk up to where that patch is, because clearly that's the thing that you would have never known previously, but now captures your attention. And you stoop down to see that the patch just goes maybe a couple inches above street level. So whatever hole was made in that wall in the basement is below your feet. It would have gone below your feet. So you're thinking probably sewer system maybe, or some sort of sub basement underneath beyond that wall. And you see a bit of black greasy substance
I'm going to lick it.
that looks very similar to what you saw in up the shaft in the elevator.
Oh. Very interesting indeed.
And it kind of trails off down the alleyway.
I'm going to start tracking down the alleyway, following the trail as far as I can.
All right, let's go ahead and roll track and see what happens.
It's not going to go well. I needed a 10. I rolled a 54. That is a failure.
All right. I assume you want to let that stand?
Yeah.
Okay.
No, I'm going to spend 44 points. No.
Yep. Not going to push it?
No.
All right. So, yeah, you follow it just maybe 10 or 20 feet, but clearly last night there was some rain, wasn't there? So that storm last night must have washed a lot of this away. There are a couple grates in the ground for wash off to go into the sewer system. So you're able to follow it just a little bit, but clearly the rest of the trail has gone cold, washed clean away by the storm or by street cleaners early this morning before anybody was up. But it is rather curious, this same substance
Going to pull out my phone and look up the nearest hardware store.
And it is just 3 blocks away.
All right, so I'm going to start walking then.
Okay.
Yeah, it's 3 blocks. It's New York.
Yeah, easy peasy.
Perfectly easy.
Cool. And so you go to this hardware store. It's called the Hardware Store.
Huh.
The Hardware Store on 74th, we'll say.
It almost feels like I'm back in Arkham.
Although that may not be. That might be too far away. Let me see where that... it's not too bad. Yeah, we'll say the Hardware Store on 74th, just for funsies. And it's basically you're not in Soho, so this is fine. It appears to be like a sort of rustic hardware store, but clearly corporatized and made to look that way. So, and you show up and look at the front window, which is all decked out in looks like lawn rakes and shovels and that sort of thing, made to look very much. All of the tools that you would never need in New York City are in the windows here, but clearly made to appeal to the folks who have places in Connecticut, like buy your shit here and head up north to your other house over the weekends. And as you're studying this, you see a reflection in the window, and it's Diamond Dave standing right behind you. Hey, man! Looking to buy a mailbox or something? What are you doing here?
You're just walking. You know, a place like New York. It's nothing wrong with just strolling, see what you can find. It's an interesting city you have here. Let me tell you that.
This city is made for walking. You know what I'm saying?
It's what I've heard.
Absolutely. Well, look. Hey, you were asking about the thing, right? Thing.
Yes.
The thing. Yeah. Yeah. So we've had more than one person see this thing. They say it's not even like wolf man, not wolf man, but not like a wolf comma man, you know?
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? It's just freaky, man. They say it's like a guy. Like a guy. Not like a guy comma guy, but like a guy.
So maybe he was just wearing something that made her think that it was a big, hairy...
I don't know, man. She's got like no eyesight. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. She's like crazy. She's like Choo Choo McGee's wife. So yeah, she's got no
Anybody
sight.
Get like any sign, any physical description, hair color,
they say
skin color?
They say he's got like no hair. He's like nude. He's like skinny. He's like all skinny like. But his skin is like gray. It's creepy, man. I thought maybe it was
that's
like
weird.
You know, you hear about those people that like, you know, they paint their bodies and like stand up like statues. They do that shit in Italy, man. It's crazy.
Oh, surprised you know, maybe. I mean, everybody has some way to make money.
It just creeps me out thinking like there's this weird statue guy wandering around the city like snatching dogs and people, you know? Weird.
Yeah, no, strange times we live in.
Absolutely. Well, hey man, they really appreciate the $5, but you know, might be able to get you some more info, you know, just a couple more bucks. What else you need, man? I can hook you up. Hey man, don't buy a shovel in there, man. I'll get you a shovel someplace else.
No, it's not shovels that I'm here looking for.
Oh, what do you need, man? That's what I do. That's what I do.
A very large hammer.
What
possibly of the sledge variety.
I can get you a sledgehammer. That's easy. What are you gonna do?
I may have some
swing that for you. I get you like 3 guys.
Oh no, I'm thinking of doing some remodeling.
I see where you go. You're not gonna bust through that wall, are you?
Oh no, I would never do that.
That Tomislav guy, he is bad news, man.
Oh no, it's I have him taken care of. I'm not worried about him
All
anymore.
right. I'm just saying, man. Hey, yeah, I get your hammer, no problem. When do you need it?
Preferably, by maybe tonight if you can swing that.
Ap- ah,
Yeah,
you got me
yeah.
there. Swinging the hammer. Yeah, hey, not a problem, man. I can get it for you, no problem. Couple bucks maybe, help grease some palms. But I've actually got one just down in my place. You know what I'm saying?
Well, that's rather convenient. I'm going to, without drawing much attention, pull another 5 out of my wallet and just kind of
Yeah, yeah. Well, that's plenty, man.
nonchalantly slide it over.
Thanks, man. Appreciate that. I don't know why you're sliding it on the ground, but that's weird. But okay, it's cool. Cool. He puts it in his pocket.
Act
Yeah, no problem.
casual.
Hey, there was one other thing, man. Before I go out, but I'll get
Yeah.
that. I'll get that. Where do you want that hammer? First off,
You know,
same place, back at your place, room
oh
607.
yeah, it's a good question. Is can we get it in without front desk guys? You know what? There's the alley next to the
Yeah.
hotel. There's a dumpster. If you want to just put it like
Oh, yeah.
behind that
Oh,
dumpster, and then just let me know, and I'll swing by and I'll pick it up and I'll bring it in,
oh,
and he won't be any the wiser.
dude, no problem, man. I'll put it. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna put it in the dumpster because
Oh,
those guys don't pick
smart,
up until the morning, man. So it'll be there
smart
for you.
thinking.
Yeah, absolutely. Just be careful in that alley, okay? Because it's a little weird. But I'll put it there. I'll
Mm,
have it there before just after sundown. How's that?
works for me.
All right, man. Cool, man. All right, you need anything else? Let me know. Otherwise, I will see you. Oh, one other thing. I totally spaced this, man. But I was talking to Phil, the wino, and
Mhm.
yeah, Phil. Do you know Phil? He's good. He's a real good cat, man. He's really good. He's a really good guy.
Not unless he has a relative named Bill who lives out in
Oh
Massachusetts.
man, no, I don't know about that, but Phil, he likes to jump. You know what I'm saying? I mean, he might as
Hmm.
well, might as well.
We
But
might as well jump.
yeah, might as well jump. So yeah. Anyways, I was talking with Phil, and Phil said he saw this thing once. He said he was down doing a little panhandling, but not really panhandling, but just like,
Oh yeah, just
requesting the assistance of passersby. I don't think that's the same thing, right? It's totally
oh
different.
no, oh,
Totally
totally different.
different.
I
Yeah.
get what you're putting down.
Yeah. Phil's a good guy, man. And he said he was down there doing his thing and just,
Mhm.
down in the subway. And it was late one night and all the trains had gone and you know, he was getting ready to pack up, just hoping maybe the cops would pass by and he could like sneak into one of the little alcoves and catch a couple winks. You know what I'm saying? And he was just about ready to do that, and he looked down between the rails, and he saw that dude. He saw that gray dog dude,
Oh, in the sub. Wow, that's
like on all fours, clambering along the rails and heading into one of the tunnels. Is that freaky or what? I mean,
that's
Phil.
what. Where was he? Like subway station? Yeah, I'm assuming you knew
Oh well, he said it was Grand Central, man. So
Grand Central.
you
Wow.
make the most money there, to be honest. That's
Oh no,
yeah,
makes sense. A lot of people in and out, tourists
yeah.
coming, for
You know
the
it. You
station.
know it, man.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, he said it freaked him out, and he moved along. So, uh, but he did say he saw him. I had to give him like a buck, but he divulged his story. He shared his story. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yes.
His personal life experiences. So just just that's all I heard. Just thought you should know. You were asking about
No,
it,
very
but
helpful.
yeah, man, I'll get you that hammer, no problem. Okay.
Yeah, no, I appreciate it. And again, if tell you what, just for you, Dave,
Yeah.
I'll keep a standing bounty, so to speak. If anybody else sees this gray man,
Oh,
anyone hears
I like
anything, you get that to
this.
me, and I will make sure that you are compensated for your time and efforts. How's that?
Oh man, I don't want to say sugar daddy. I don't say it often. I mean, every couple days, but uh, yeah, that sounds Perfect, man. I will take care of you. Double D is here for you, man. Anytime you need. I'm going to go
Right.
see a man about a hammer. All right?
I appreciate it.
All right. Peace, brother. And he walks away singing California Girls. I don't know, some random song. And we'll head off back to Roy, who's standing on the street.
I'm just gonna hail a cab and go back to the hotel.
Okay. You hail a cab and you head back to the hotel. And as you're getting out of the cab, in front of Hotel Odobrati, you hear a familiar voice. Oh. So you're that guy looking for that dog, huh? And you turn around and it's Officer Loliola.
I'm a guy looking for a dog.
Nice. You find anything?
No.
That's too bad, because I found it.
Where was it?
I guess you're not much of a detective, huh?
No.
Yeah. Couldn't tell that Boston accent of yours. They don't do much detecting up in Boston, do they?
They do a lot of winning at baseball, though.
Well, you got a point there occasionally. I mean, maybe recently, but we're not going to talk about that right now, okay? So, how do you know about this dog?
I came out of the hotel and some woman was screaming.
And you never saw this woman before in your life, huh?
No.
All right.
I haven't seen a lot of things before in my life.
You ever seen a grown man naked? No.
Every time I look in the mirror.
Well, look, I'm just yanking your chain. I recognize authority when I see it. Okay, look, I'm just a beat cop. This is my neighborhood. I got to know everybody. You know what I'm saying? But look, I did a little poking around last night after my shift, and I found that poor thing. It was just down over about a block behind one of the buildings, torn to shreds.
That's bad news.
Yeah, it was pretty bad. But here's the weird thing. It was human bite marks on it.
That ain't good. But
all over the little corpse, man. I mean, that thing must have been munching on that tiny little dog so much. All the pain it must have gone through. But human bite marks. Human teeth.
I'm gonna be honest, that sounds like something I could see here in New York.
Hey, man. New York, it's a wacky place. You got that right. So what do you think? How about you and I take a closer look down there?
I guess if you want.
All right. Hey, didn't you have like a couple other folks along with you?
Yeah, they're all running around.
All right. Well, we'll catch up with them later. How about it? Why don't you come on down here to this alley with me?
Okay.
And the two of you stroll towards the alley where the dog presumably met its demise. And that's it for this episode of the Lovecraft Tapes.
It was my yes to Andy's
Actually,
episode ever.
That's the wrong thing, yeah. Tune in next time as we play another reel of the Lovecraft Tapes. All right, guys, it's time for some recommendos. So,
oh boy,
let's go ahead and zap that up here. Do your D Hondo.
11.
Nice. So it's going to be me, Matt, and Gabe. So I'll start us off, guys, with tonight's recommendo. As you know, I'm trying to do something different every time. So tonight I'm going to recommendo a magazine. In the 80s, I used to read a magazine religiously. Can you think what it is? No, it's not Penthouse.
Playboy.
No, it's not. Oh, it's for the articles. It's for the articles.
The Poon.
Oh yeah, who doesn't read Gabe reads Playboy for the articles, don't you, Gabe?
Yes.
Well, actually, back in the day, you guys might not expect this from me, but I was kind of a horror geek. So I would read Fangoria magazine religiously, buy
No.
every single issue. I was
Lies.
weaned on horror, so ever since I was young, I've read it. I really loved back in the day when Tony Timpone was the editor. They would have pull-out posters, just like another magazine has some pull-out posters, in the middle, in the centerfold, except these were all like gory, disgusting horror scenes from the movies. Sometimes mini posters, but more or less just like a scene from a movie where a zombie was ripping somebody's guts out or so forth. And I would take this poster and put it up on my wall. And, you know, as you get older, you kind of grow out of certain things. So I grew out of that probably about the time that I, met girls. And, maybe they didn't want to be looking at a zombie, tearing somebody apart on the wall. So I grew out of it and went on to other things. And then, lo and behold, in the 90s, they started having some financial problems. And in the 2000s, they folded. They went bankrupt and went out of business. Well, thankfully, a company came along, an entrepreneur came along and resurrected it. And it is now curated as a more or less quarterly scholarly horror magazine, edited by Phil Nobile Jr., who is a very progressive editor and tends to book and publish very scholarly articles that examine horror movies on a much more intellectual level or in the context of history. It's not just about the sort of news fodder, because they realized early on that if they were going to resurrect the magazine, it couldn't be the pulse of what's coming out, because the internet's already got that. You could do that, find that information anywhere. If you're a horror fan, just go to Reddit, find something new. So instead, they've curated a list of authors and genre industry folks. Barbara Crampton has a regular article that is published in each issue. The gentleman who curates the stuff on Shudder, Sam, I can't remember his last name right off the bat. He also has a regular article. So I've got a bunch behind me. I actually have one right here. I recently re-upped because, they've gone full color, inside and out, very thick magazine.
How many C's
it's heavy.
in that thick?
It's very heavy.
2 or 3,
So
would
many
you say?
C's. So many C's. And so while it doesn't have the exact same appeal that it did to me when I was younger, that's fine, because I'm older now and I actually appreciate reading these longer articles that dive deeper into the horror industry and the revisiting old movies, examining them through a different telescope or microscope, rather. So that's my recommendo if you guys like horror and don't mind digging deep into the genre, the industry, then check out Fangoria magazine. It is expensive. It's about $100 a year now for 4 issues. But they really, the quality is there. You can see it and feel it, and I really appreciate it. So check it out. All right.
Second.
Yeah. What was that, Gabe?
Seconded.
Yeah. Have you read any of the new stuff?
Did.
Yeah. It's fun, right? I mean, it's completely different than the old stuff. But I dig it.
I'm a neurotic deep diver on everything. So
Nice. Good job. All right, Matt, looks like you're up next. Fire away.
I am.
Ham.
All right.
I love ham.
So after a brief detour last week, we're back on schedule. This week I'm going to recommendo a new obsession of mine. It's a game called Satisfactory.
Mm-hmm.
And what it is somebody took the spirit of management games like Factorio, and they basically made it 3D. So it's an absolutely gorgeous handcrafted open world. where the goal is once again to build something to solve a problem so that you can build something else to solve another problem, to build something else to solve a problem, to solve the first problem that you tried to work on an hour ago but realized you weren't getting enough of this thing, so you had to get more of that thing to make more of this thing. And it turns into a very long obsessive chain of, well, now I have to do 100 things to fix this one thing. And then once you fix that one thing, you go, wait, I can now do that better. I'm a big fan of games that are about, building and scaling and making things more efficient and quicker and better. And this game ticks all of those boxes for me. It's a really well done game. The studio behind it, Coffee Stain, is really great at interacting with their community and taking into account, fan suggestions and comments. The game is in early access right now, so it is still growing and evolving, but everything they've added has only made the game better. We've gone from just having basic things to where now you can build full scale train networks to deliver large amounts of materials from one side of the map to the other. There are drones, there are jetpacks, there are nuclear power plants that you can build to power all of your stuff. It's an absolute rabbit hole of a game, and I love it. And if anyone else out there is into building and management and any of that kind of stuff, especially if you've hit up games like Factorio, Satisfactory is a really great addition to the genre.
Cool. Nice. Thank you, Matt. And Gabe, close us out.
I will be recommending a new game. So I'm recommending Pokemon Arceus. I've played a good amount of it thus far, and while I will say that I think that the story is kind of adult, I don't think that really matters, because I think that this game is a fun new look at Pokemon, just in a new style. It's like an RPG style, like a third-person RPG style, where you actually have to throw the balls to catch the Pokemon, and you actually have to throw your Pokemon into battle, and it's just a cool look at a franchise that I've grown up with and always loved and stuff. So, I ultimately think that it kind of is hurt by being in the past for no reason, and, frankly, excessive amounts of dialogue. I would honestly rather just it be you just go do whatever you want, complete sandbox. But I still think that doesn't overshadow how fun the game is. I've played it a lot. When I first played it, I will admit, I think the first hour is kind of frustrating, but beyond that, it really opens up and lets you do what you want, and that's really what I want from a Pokemon game. So, I was excited for it, and then I was skeptical off the gate, and now I really have come into liking it. So it's a game, give it a little bit of time, and if you don't like Pokemon, you probably still won't like this. But it's a lot of fun. It's a fresh new look at the franchise, and it's kind of more a realistic way. I mean, it's still turn-based, but beyond that, it's a little more of a realistic what it would be like to be a Pokemon trainer. So it's a lot of fun.
Cool. What was the name of that again?
Pokemon Legends Arceus.
I agree. I've been playing it along with We've had a couple of people on the Discord. We're all kind of hopping into it and playing it together and chatting. It's a definite. I'm with Gabe. I like the turn in the core gameplay loop from the past games. I'm still having a good enough time with just playing a game that's so radically different that you can definitely overlook some of the shortcuts that they took. Like, it's not the most pretty game, and the first hour isn't the best impression. It can be kind of hand-holdy, but once you shake off the tutorial and you kind of get out into the world and you start working and catching, it is a very enjoyable game.
Cool.
Yeah.
2 thumbs up, guys. Sounds great. Okay. Well, thank you, guys. And that's going to be it for this episode of the Lovecraft And that's going to be it for this episode of the Lovecraft Tapes, for reals this time. Thank you for listening. Please subscribe on whatever podcast platform you prefer. If you like what you hear, please leave us a review. Meanwhile, you can find us at lovecrafttapes.com with links to all our socials, including Discord, Reddit, YouTube, Twitch, and much more. Boink. You can find me on Twitter at lovecrafttapes.
And if you know anyone else I can recruit into my burgeoning homeless intelligence network, you can point them to me on Twitter at The Real Weird Kid, or if for some reason said homeless people happen to have smartphones and a Wi-Fi connection, you can tell them they can find me on Twitch streaming at That One Weird Kid.
And if anyone wants to discuss art, you can find me at Lovecraft Gabe.
Until next time, roll for Jägermeister. All right, guys. Thanks for watching. Thanks, Crow. Thanks, Justin, for the tips. Appreciate that. We will definitely.
Thanks for stopping by, everyone.
We'll tell Mr. Plow that you said hi, and hopefully he's done
Big
with us.
Plowski over there, just
Mr. Plow, the Big Lebowski.
Oh,
see what I did there? All right,
funny.
Mr. Plow. That's his name.
what you did there, I see it.
Crow knows what's up. All right, guys. Appreciate the follows and subscriptions. And yeah, thanks, Matt, for following me or subscribing to me.
I feel like I'm a part of this. I should probably,
Time to pull the trigger. The honeymoon's over. All right. That's it for us. We're out. See you not next week, actually. We're off next week. We'll see you in 2 weeks. So.